That's a flex pick, the Akai.
Is it really a flex though? Because the CC is already picked up. XP, so Barats is... It's Akai Roam. That should be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes more sense. But, of course, for the hands of Aura, they are looking for something that could pin down the Roger if it indeed goes to the jungle. Now for Alter Ego, it's up to them how they want to play this composition. Do they want to funnel everything towards the Roger, or will they have a different approach in mind?
Very interesting to see what they go for here, because Aura, the way that they picked up the Akai... Oh, it's a Chip! And the Lo Yi!
Debut pick for Chip.
Oh man, Lo Yi Chip! The
TP!
The TP squad!
Bro, you will have control of the map with two of these heroes, of course, Chip and Luo Yi. Macro game is in the hands of Alter Ego.
Man, I'm still speechless. Is this the debut in MPL ID?
This is the debut pick.
Yeah.
Not the debut ban, because we've seen it banned so many times already.
Debut pick.
Oh, Chip. What's the gold laner? What's the marksman?
So confirmed Roger Jungle with this pick.
Yes. Chip, Roam, XP, Ruby Gold.
Ruby Gold. We have seen it played before by Nino, and it did not really go very well, but yeah, the Claude. A safer pick for Kabuki, but does it excel against this lineup of Alter Ego?
It's tough to play this Cho against this lineup, man. Firstly, you know, the Roger has so much sports.
Who will strike first in this best of three, ladies and gentlemen? Let's jump into the land of dawn.
Welcome to
With this
Mobile
debut pick, will Rossi be able to create the impact that is needed against Yaoi?
Already being such a disruptive force on the purple buff, and that is where Gugun wants to play it. So Rassi, he does have that prio, but talking about Luo Yi and Chip, aside from map control, what do they want to achieve with these two pickups, Mirko?
I think it just has to be map control, right? I mean, obviously pickoffs. With map control comes a whole lot of things. So really, the main objective is that map control. For Luo Yi, you can get a lot of prio in the mid lane just trading against Yehezkiel. We've already seen that. But I actually want to talk about the other side of things, which is Yaoi on this Akai. What the Akai enables Aura to do is to give Gugun a faster route in his own jungle. You saw earlier, Yaoi was actually leashing the orange buff while Gugun was doing the purple buff. So already in that sense, Gugun will have a lot of pressure to play with as well. Remember though, the Taz on this Roger will also be clearing quite quick. Man, I'm trying to like figure out right now how Alter Ego will play around with the debut pick of Luo Yi and with the Ruby. They've tried this before, the Ruby in the gold lane. It did not work for them. It was up against Onyx. And now against the Akai. The Akai roam is something that we don't usually see a lot, but Yaoi has played this before in MPL PH. I believe it was Season 11 where he actually popped off on this pick. He played really, really well. It's also a debut pick for him. Take a look at that win-lose for the Gugun Barats pick, though. 0 wins, 4 losses. So, looking for his first win here, but that may be a pattern that we have to pay attention to.
It's quite ironic how Gugun has been performing really well with the Barats, winning those Red 3 fights, but he's not yet able to really pick up a solid win with the Barats. Now a run gets jumped in.
Quite low now with the teleportation though. High and right. Will be able to claim first blood. Now Yaoi flickers out of the way. Oh, with the Eternal Guard here, hinders the movement of Pi. But of course, turtle control will be all Alter Ego.
Alter Ego, they strike first with the turtle and the first blood. With the diversion, of course, it's gonna be a very, very scary surprise factor for Alter Ego. They have the shortcut, they have the diversion to really just pop behind the lines of Aura, and they have to be wary of that gank potential from behind.
Yeah, that kill pressure, man, really crazy damage from Crichton, even from Rossi. Sound prediction presented by Samsung Galaxy. You can see it right here, but really, man, that teleport was disgusting, right? The fact that they could attack from so many different angles. Rossi pops the teleport as well. Whoa.
Towards Rossi here. Oh, the damage will be enough to chunk him low. And with the Yehezkiel on the backside, will secure the kill. It's a 1-for-1 kill-wise.
Yaoi will play a pivotal role in the upcoming team fights with the heavy spin. Could always collapse on the backlines of Alter Ego and disrupt them just trying to chaotically screw up their formations when they want to set up for the objective, when they want to walk into the jungles. So Yawi will be very, very important and crucial in the upcoming team fights.
Back to the keys to victory, right? For Alter Ego, I mean, this composition is built to snowball. This is basically the same composition same kind of composition, not exactly the same to what we saw Onic play yesterday. They need a snowball to happen early game so that they can transition into that mid with their ultimate power spike. For Aura, it's all about weathering the storm now. They try their best to go and contest the neutral objective. They can't, so they don't tunnel vision on it. They don't commit on it. They lose Aran, they're fine with it. They trade, and now they're looking to just farm up again. That's, again, very, very good by Aura, but they have to be careful because once we get into that mid game, there's going to be more creative ambushes that could happen from Alter Ego with how creative this composition is. Diversion into the TPs from Rossi's chip. I'm really curious to see this combo, man. We've seen this in Cambodia, I believe. Shout out to CFU Gaming. But Aura are on the turtle.
Why walk was used by Rossi. No clear follow-up though. Crash course committed on towards around now on the front side of the map. It is actually Yawi. Heavy spin for Gugun. Now Pi and Rossi looking to create havoc, but it seems like Aura will have enough space to back away now. Will they commit on towards the purple?
Wow.
No. Aura will claim control in that purple buff.
Good decision from Aura to just disengage after getting the turtle. And look at how scary it could be. Oh, Kabuki though. Stuck? Nah, he's gonna be fine. Yawi is there to back him up. Rassi and the entirety of Alter Ego want to jump towards this turret, but Kabuki is still trying to recall back. And they jump in with the Blazing Duet!
Okay, very aggressive. Now Task receiving a lot of damage, but they won't be able to claim the turret now. And the bedside Pi is actually there.
Oh
with
my
the
god!
Play! Oh my lord! The damage won't be enough to take Iran down. Wow.
And that is a deciding factor as well for this composition from Alter Ego. They could always turn the tides around. 4v2, pop the teleport, pop the shortcut, and you can always be in a 5v4. Even Pi up in that XP lane could always join in the skirmishes or the fights ensuing later on.
That's why the mid game is going to be very dangerous for Aura. The more turns they lose, the more creative Alter Ego can be with where they teleport, where they decide to look for this crazy ambush. Aura, they're going to have to do double time on the thinking here. They're going to have to think about every single possibility on which bush could be the next one that Alter Ego will use to attempt another flank. And right now, they are really just on full defense mode. They are really trying to weather the storm because Alter Ego, they're doing as much as they can with the prior that they have, Macro. Aura can look for the fight technically, but they can also just chill and wait and weather that storm. It's getting increasingly dangerous, but if they are able to stop that full snowball from happening, actually have a chance at coming back here. You know, Kabuki, and well, Kabuki, especially with his full items later, will be a big, big threat to Alter Ego's backline. Like, Lo Yi cannot handle him alone.
Kabuki indeed will be the edge of the spear for the Red Dragons, but now again, an objective contest for both sides. Gugun, we have known him as one of the most stellar performers with that retribution, but Pi with the penalty zone.
Penalty zone flicker committed. Taz pinned down, and as well as Gugun will secure the turtle now.
Oh
Damage will not be enough. Yawi, oh no, flicker, but he has enough mobility to escape. Alter Ego, he did not stand idly by as they walk the mid for times as Yawi will be taken now by Nino. Now, Aura, they are looking to hold on. It seems like Alter Ego will trade that turtle for the kill.
I was about to say how I love Aura's patience. After they got that objective, they chose to disengage, but a pickoff happened where Nino was able to get Yawi in that process. So at least the game plan is clear for Aura. You get that objective, try to disengage, and just try to, flee away. Don't force any more of the kill potentials towards Alter Ego.
This is exactly what Alter Ego saw in the keys of victory technically. Beware of Aura's layering. The layering of skills there was phenomenal. Perfectly timed Detonus Welcome to cancel out the penalty zone CC into Yawi's heavy spin on the Roger so that the Detonus Welcome will still be used to anti-CC and just get the retry clean off of Alter Ego. They're trading, they're weathering the storm, they're doing exactly what the keys of victory are telling them to do, and Alter Ego now, now it actually gets frustrating for Alter Ego. Sure, the later the game goes into the 10-minute, 12-minute, they will be able to find more creative angles. But because you have so many possibilities, you might be the one that's forced back.
Down, committed here. Heavy spin on towards Taz.
Taz.
With the help of diversion play now. Kabuki very low at the backside of the mat. It's actually Pi securing the kill. Iran low. Rossi flickers up. Iran will die next. Now Yaoi, the front side of the mat, will not be able to stand the damage as Pi claims the double.
It looked so good for Aura collapsing onto Taz with that heavy spin. But again, the diversion, the shortcuts coming in from Alter Ego is just way too OP. They will always have the man advantage, or at least they can equalize the man advantage that Aura Esports has. So again, a 4v5 or a 2v5 even becomes a 5v5 full on in that top side.
Uh-oh. What is personal space when you have Luoyi and Chip in the opponent's side, man? Wow.
Wow, indeed. Aura, they try to utilize the window. They thought they had opened up a window where they have held back Alter Ego enough for their carries to get a bit of a power spike, but it was still not there yet. Alter Ego, we spoke about this early on as well. Their mid game is insane, so that's what we saw. They were able to group up with the Chip ult, with the Luoyi ult to the diversion, and all of them just clumped up together in a pure 5v5. Game Fact.
Game Fact by GoPay, new application. This marks Chip's debut in MPL ID Season 13 and is the 67th hero to pop up in MPL so far. MPL ID, at least.
Sheesh. Unique hero pools.
Shout out.
Shout out to Drian for contributing the most, probably, but the Chip. Rossi is also, by the way, Rossi is tied now with Drian, I believe, in unique hero picks. Remember earlier it was 10 with 17 games. Now it's going to be 10 for for Rossi too in 17 games. So right on there. For Aura, I really just want to take a look at the items here, but the items haven't been shown yet. Kabuki is on the way to the corrosion side, but he's actually kind of greeding out here for the Wind of Nature too.
Crash time and crash course. Crash course and overtime has been committed by Rossi. Yaoi looking for an angle.
The Lord.
To pin and use the heavy spin. Oh, Taz with the shortcut will not be able to claim something. Yaoi, though, will fall first. Around as well will be taken out by Nino. Kugan looking for Taz, who is 1 HP with the flicker. Yehezkiel wasn't able to finish the job as Nino plays a double. Right on the other side, we'll find Kugan instead. And that's the collapse by Alter Ego.
Taz again surviving 2 near-death experiences. He's able to weather the storm and just run around in Lycan form, pouncing away from Aura Esports, and this is what Alter Ego wanted. The mid game is all theirs now, 10-2, 5.8k gold lead, and they have the Lord in their hands.
Aura held off the first 8 minutes really well, but then Alter Ego, right as that 8-minute mark came through, right as they got that power spike, they decided to keep on fighting, keep on scrambling, and this is what the composition is built to do. It looks chaotic, but that's why Alter Ego went for the composition that they have right now. Aura, still, for their gold lane, he hasn't hit the power spike yet. Yehezkiel too is quite behind compared to Krite, who is 1,000 gold, almost ahead of Yehezkiel. So that's what we're talking about. He actually, oh, wait.
Good heal there, Nino, pinned down by Yaoi. The damage, though, will not be there.
Oh.
But take a look at the recovery. Kugan is taken down, and now Alter Ego, they wreak havoc. As Taz, ow! Wind of Nature, though, from Kabuki comes in clutch.
Oh my god, the werewolf comes out from Taz, and Alter Ego siege the base of Aura Esports, the Red Dragons. How long can they hold this pressure from Alter Ego? They're everywhere around the map. Yaoi gets pulled into Nino.
The Mega by Pi. Very nasty, but Taz again! Oh my god, stop this werewolf. He is unstoppable.
A 0-4-0 Aran on the Purify CC. And Aura are just completely on the back foot. Alter Ego have a 9,000 gold lead. They have all that they wanted with this composition when it was drafted for them. This is the mid-game that we were talking about, the scariest mid-game team composition of all time, probably, man. 2 fighters, a Roger Snowball in the jungle, a Luoyi Snowball in mid, and a Chip to bring everyone in. Take a look at the items, man. Like, okay, this is what I was talking about, the greed a little bit from Kabuki that ultimately paid off, that he survived the Roger Lycan pounce because he greeded up for the Wind of Nature. He already bought the item component to go towards the corrosion side, but then he went for the Wind of Nature instead. So he did lose a bit of value of when that power spike should hit with the corrosion side. but he traded it with with a defensive item, which ultimately saved his life. Arando, he's completely shut down now. I don't know, with the CC. I think this is maybe the reason why we don't see CC a lot when he's not comboed in with an Angela, with a healer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just definitely not able to tank up as much damage. He's not even able to deal damage.
It is very hard for CC to just sustain so far. I mean, sure, the DPS is there, but when you don't have the backup from the healers, from the Angela, you know, preferably paired with the CC, it's just going to be hard to tear through the base or through the front line of Alter Ego. But does a late game scenario, you know, happen to be feasible for Aura Esports?
It does. They're okay in the late game, actually. They're pretty good. With the CC scaling as well as the Claude, they can do very well, but the thing is, late game is still quite far away, and Alter Ego have almost a 10,000 gold lead with the base turret taken down already. If they get this Lord, they might actually be able to clear and end the game. Aura don't have the best high ground in this game. I mean, they have a Claude that can clear, they have Vexana, but I don't think it's enough to really hold on to this dive from Alter Ego. And Alter Ego can just play back and forth. Once we reach the late game, it'll probably be 3 base turrets for Alter Ego. So when Aura hit their power spike, it might have already been too late. That's what Aura needs to cancel out here. Rossi flanking.
See here, Gogun, pulled by the MFN, that Yaoi heavy spin, quite late. But yeah, Yaoi will be the first one to fall, as Gogun might fall next with the slide. It will not happen. Taz claiming the double.
Wow, the Lord now. In the hands of Alter Ego, they are setting their eyes on this Lord and probably on this game. Because this is so hard for Aura Esports to recover from. Sure, how long can they weather the storm? How long can they hold? Because this is the mid-game power spike already for Alter Ego. And it is going even worse for Aura Esports.
It's going really bad for them. 11,000 gold lead for Alter Ego, 14-2. It's so chaotic. You'd expect Aura to have more kills, but it's been all Alter Ego since the 8th minute of the game. And like I said, Aura still have Plan B, insurance in the late game with the Claude, but at what point will that happen? Probably like 18 minutes. They're going to have to buy another 3-4 minutes to get Kabuki to that point, and by that time, Alter Ego would have probably already taken down 3 base turrets. Looking at the way that they're managing the waves, though, it's a bit off. So Aura will still be able to defend this, actually. No problem. Never mind.
Let's see here, the initiation. Daytona's welcome committed just to have immunity. Lord, this is the not evolved, but enhancement. Yeah. They will be able to take that one down. And yeah, somehow they are still surviving with 2 base turrets.
They hold on.
Yeah, it's just a weird wave, like, the way they manipulate the waves is kind of weird.
Okay, let's see here, Gogun now. So king damage in front of the side of the map. Oh my god, Yaoi will be the first one to fall alongside Gogun again. 3v4 now, as Rossi was also a casualty. Iran trying to soak in damage. Taz now looking for an angle, but no, they will commit to the base turret instead in the bottom side.
Alter Ego still patiently waiting to pull the final blow. Pi misses his penalty zone, and Iran next in the chopping block.
No more escape. Oh my god, Taz! He jumps in, does not have enough damage, but Kabuki now looking for a taste to have a kill. Now Taz still looking to hold on here with the immortality. And this time they will have to back away, though 3 base turrets already claimed and secured.
Alter Ego scamper away from the base, and Aura Esports playing base defense. They win the first round, but how long can they hold this?
Like I said, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, they've already bought the time for 18 minutes, so technically they have bought enough time to get to their power spikes, but the 3 base turrets have been taken down. Despite the waves, the initial waves, Alter Ego didn't manipulate it that well. They were still able to capitalize on the second super mini waves coming in, or Lord buff waves, actually, to get these base turrets. Now it's all on Alter Ego. Let's take a look at the replay to see how that happened. We were talking about how they should be able to manipulate the waves, but in the end, we completely forgot that their dive potential is disgusting. Aura need to try to survive this kind of dive, and they were not able to. Their 2 frontliners got melted down like they were nothing, and that was really what enabled Alter Ego to go for the 3 base turrets. And now, this is what I was saying, it's going to be tough for Aura. They've hit their item power spikes, but the timing and the situation has changed completely. They have 0 base turrets. There are super minions always slow pushing towards them. They're going to have to go for a pickoff. They need to find a small advantage somewhere, because when it comes to manipulating the waves, they will not have that advantage at all. Alter Ego need to misplay in some way, or Aura need to find a crazy Yaoi flank.
The lanes are pushing. Side lanes specifically for Alter Ego. Gugun gets collapsed on. He's going to be fine. And the Lord now in the hands of Alter Ego. They want to get this. Yaoi spins in.
Yep, heavy spin. Take a look at the damage he is taking, though. Very low HP now. Alter Ego will be able to zone Yaoi out. And with that, that's a free Lord. Should be for Alter Ego.
That was an attempt from Yaoi to just shoo away the members of Alter Ego. But they're strong enough to just fight Yaoi head on. So that Lord is going to be the key to unlocking this crystal for Alter Ego.
Diversion. Triton Taz now run. Oh my god. Took the damage there. Almost intimidates Iran a bit there. But yeah, he is still in the Land of Dawn.
It's a 13,000 gold lead, 19 minutes now. Evolved Lord. We spoke about how Aura don't have the best high ground wave clear. They're going to... Man, with the Evolved Lord and the full dive. The layering from Aura has to be perfect, and even then, they might not be able to defend. Alter Ego are on the way to secure game number 1 with the Chip Luoyi combo.
This might be the final push in this game. Let's see. Diversion will just act as a distraction. Kabuki, though, my goodness. The damage he was receiving now. Eternal Guard popped as well. Lord launches top side. Aura, they are trying desperately to defend this base. Now take a look at Yaoi receiving heat. Taz low, and he needs to back away. No immortality for Taz. Gugun now also low. They need to juggle, but the base will be the main objective. And Alter Ego finally secures game 1.
The winning moment by Samsung Galaxy A55. Of course, it's going to be Alter Ego convincingly taking game number 1. Aura Esports, they hit their